Hola amigos, bienvenidos. I know this video should be more of kind of professional, but I'm making this video in kind of rough manner because I have to make this video because tomorrow I have presentation for a company called Bajaj. So I might post this video on YouTube as well with Spanish subtitles. So I'll try to speak in less space, less speed so that the video gets easy to edit in while in subtitle. So yes, we are going to talk about a country in south south of Asia called as India. Yes, so let's start by geography of India. So many people don't know about India. Is this part Sri Lanka and India? This part. So wait, let me go to another app. So we have a part called Ram Setu Island, which is between. This is India, Madurai, India, and this is last part of India, Rameshwaram. After that, India ends. In India ends here at Rameshwaram, and this is Dhanushkoti. People usually visit to, and it is told to be as 100 or 200 million years ago, a cyclone came, and this was actually land connection of Sri Lanka and India, and eventually the cyclone broke the bond between these two countries. So you can see the bond from the space as well. So Sri Lanka by waterways is only 30 kilometers away from India, and it was once connected from India, but cyclone took it away. And it's also mentioned in Holy Book of Indians. So it's a must visit from the if you visit India sometimes and you visit Rameshwaram, it's a good sort of thing. But if you visit Sri Lanka, then Gulf of Mannar is a place where you can visit. Mannar actually has a fort. Where is the fort? Which is also, nice to visit. Let's see a glimpse of the fort. One of the oldest fort, they say, historical landmark, Google says as well. So it's also a great place to visit. So okay, let's talk further about India. India is actually divided into many states as well, and you can see the neighbors of India. The On the eastern side, it's Manipur, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, and China as well. And on the other side, you can see the Pakistan is the neighborhood. Oh my! And you can see the geography of the map. Sorry, I've taken screenshots because I didn't have the time to crop, because here in India it's midnight eventually. So this part is called as Adar Kashmir. The AUC here is to be called as Azad Kashmir. It is been occupied by the Pakistan side, and this part of sea, which is, you can call it as Aksai Chin, which is occupied by China. So let's go further. Let's see. This is the map of India. This is called a 24 chakra. The blue In the blue you can see it is to be called as 24 chakra. Will give the deep will give deep explanation of maps of India in another video surely. This is one of the seven wonders of the world which India has. Eventually there are many UNESCO sites, but international viewers, uh, Taj Mahal is a thing. So let me start from introduction to India. As I am Indian, and I thought that the only valuable friend I have, that's you, should have the info about the country. So hey, I'm here Anirudh, and now let's go on a tour about India. And India is mixed geographical area, has cold Himalayas on north, east, and hot Thar desert on southeast. And on the south of India you can see many of the greenery and plantation on a huge basis. It also has high number of tourist attraction. It is mostly based on mountains and plains, and India also has the richest people of the world as well as poorest. So let's travel further. This is the highest peak of the world. It is to be called as roof of the world. It is called as Himalaya Mountains. You can Google it. It's a nice place, worth visiting actually. There is actually many people from two people from my city who has reached to the top of the mountain. It sounds impossible, but they have done it. Congratulations, Mehta bhai. So this is the glimpse of the one of the poorest area called as Dharavi. The man is shaving. I thought to share the screenshot of this image. This is just a random house in Dharavi. The view. So this is how the one of the biggest slum of Asia looks like. This place is to be called as Dharavi, one of the poorest in the world as well. These are the same images. This is actually the plastic yard. As you can see, the plastic is recycled at this place. All the displaced plastic of the city of Mumbai is brought here, sorted out in different parts on this place. And yes, this picture has a lot of meaning, because as you see the green color water, it's not the gutter or the sink, it's actually the river, and these are the houses of the people living beside the river. But it looks like a gutter, but it's actually a river, but it's one of the most polluted. Yes, it is to be called as plastic factory, plastic recycle hub, because in Dharavi plastic is majorly recycled and reproduced in a new way, and plastic usually gets a new life in this place. So let's go further. Oh yeah, this is a let's talk about Indian history. So first human civilization was in Indus Valley. This is called the Indus Valley civilization. In South America they have Inca people, and here in India we have Indus people, also called as Harappa civilization. It started here. It is also be called as Mohenjo-daro. As you can see, it is mostly the civilization you can see lives mostly on these two rivers on this side, and the main river, those people live near the river of Indus. It is to be also called as Indus Valley civilization, because the people of Mohenjo-daro and people of Indus Valley lived on the river banks, because water was the main source of life at that time. At this time also, people of it, now it is based in Pakistan, so most of the city, as you can see by the Google map, live near the Indus river. It's actually the one of the most holiest river of Hindu as well. So the first human civilization was found in Indus. In it was in India in 2100 before Christ BC. After in Indus there were Vedic civilization in this era. Languages like Hindu. These were the houses of uh, Indus Valley civilization. This is how it was made, and actually it was proper by that time. People looked smart. I mean, smart architect. This is the jar jar in museum. Nice. So this is the language called Sanskrit. We will talk about this later. This is caste system. I'll talk about it. Where so majorly four religions are found in India: Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism are the four religions which are part of which are found in India, and it counts 25% of world's population are in these four religions. During medieval period, caste system was a thing. So where's the caste? Okay, so by the god Brahma, you can see the Brahmin people were to be appreciated as priests. The Kshatriya people were known as warriors. The Vaishya people was known as farmers and traders and merchants. The Shudra people were to be known as laborers, and the Dalit were street sweepers and latrine cleaners. This is the caste system which is to be followed from generations and generations. It is also followed today in some parts of India. So the caste system plays a very 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 important role in every Indian who is actually Indian knows, actually Hindu Indian knows what the caste system is and what they are bonded and can't cross through. So there are also some people who follow this, but it's actually legal to illegal to treat people badly, because at the end every individual has blood and every individual has a right to live, right? So let's go further. This is the same, you can have a look at these. So yes, let's go further. Islam arrived in India in 7th century. First king was Babur, the Mughal emperor, arrived from Afghanistan. He came in 15th century to acquire India, and in 16th this is actually some glimpse of king and queen, who gives a fuck, yeah. And these were the houses and palaces built by the the Britons arrived in India in 16th century, and this was actually built by Britons in, I guess, 18th century, 18th or 19th century, by Britain, by one of the most famous architect. These were some buildings made by them. In it was actually made and designed in 1800s, 1890s, but the total structure completion was in 1925. Oh, that's nice. I forgot for a while. So this is about poverty in India. It's dwelling. We'll go right away there. So let's talk more about it. So after Britons came to India, they ruled India up to 200 to 300 years, but eventually they declined after Mr. Mahatma Gandhi fought against them. And in British era, India was malnourished 30 times. Can you imagine? 30 times. After World War, there was poverty in India. After that, great leader Mahatma Gandhi arrived. They argued with the British. He was sent to jail twice and also forced to end it. But Mahatma Gandhi threw Brits out of the country, and finally India gained independence in 1947. India is like a continent in a continent. It has many different languages. It has 20 languages officially recognized in India, but India does not have any official language. The main two languages in India which are recognized by the government is Hindi, and second language is English. Every state of India has its own type of language and its own type of tribe who speaks that language. As an example, in Assam we have Assamese, in South India we have Tamil, Telugu, in North India we have Punjabi, Sindhi, and also we have Gujarati in northwest part of India. So let's go further. Yeah. India is multicultural, multilingual. Sometimes even I travel within the country, so I have to use Google Translator because I don't even understand what they speak or what they say, because it is multilingual. So people usually are multilingual because every Indian state has its own root of language, but most of the Indian languages has its script from Sanskrit, and it has all rich or poor, and it is heavily based on discrimination in most of the parts, as you saw in caste system. It also has economic distribution and economic unbalance between people. So we go further. Yes, poverty keeps the people out of the margin, out of the line. This is the photo in Bandra. It is saying Kolkata, but this photo is of Bandra. This The real track, you can see, it is only found in Bandra. Wars of the nation are fought to change maps, but wars of poverty are fought to map change. Muhammad Ali, great quote, man. So this is the short map. As you can see, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Madhya Pradesh are to be termed, as many of the people, almost 50% of the people, live below the poverty line and don't even earn the amount which is below 200 rupees. That is, I guess, 2.5 dollars of United States. Actually less, because by Indian standards and by Indian inflation, by Indian price rise, by Indian situation, the minimum wage should be, I guess, within 300 to 400. The minimum wage 350 if on an average we consider as. But people in these areas, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, are not actually that lucky. But there are some states which are actually good in the name of poverty, like Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir and Mizoram, and other are normal. But poverty is an issue in India. Almost 30% of total population lives under poverty. You know, it's a sick thing, but it's a fact. Who can deny? This is what Google says. Sorry. Religions originating in India subcontinent include Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. The four, the four religions exist here. Theologies and philosophies of these religions have several concepts in common, such as dharma, karma, maya, and samasa. Actually, common, man. I saw some images. I took the screenshot. Never mind. So, cow is to be termed as holy in India. Many people, almost 95% of Indians, believe that cow is their mother, because 95% of Hindus think that cow is the most sacred animal, as it is to be said in all the religious text, most of the religious texts of Hindu. And let's go holy cow. So these were the main foods like chaats, samosa, chole bhature, rajma chawal, dal makhani, tandoori chicken, Indian thali, Amritsari kulcha. It's a type of roti. You can take this as a screenshot and search it further. I might explain one by one. So chaats has a different side, but samosa, and let me show you samosa. Samosa is a triangular thing which is being not being baked, but it is to be fried. It's a triangular in shape, and inside it has smashed potato with some masala in it. What's next? Tandoori dal makhni. Okay, dal makhni. I can't have a specific photo. I'll go by one. So this is to be called as chole bhature. In this we get sabji. Sabji is a vegetable, mixed vegetable of beans. Beans, I guess it's called as beans. I don't know. This dish in middle is to be called as sev puri. It's just delicious. And this is dal makhni. As you can see, the orange dish. This is to be called as biryani, chicken biryani. It's a type of steam cooked rice with specific exotic masalas. This is chicken. This is to be called as chaat, called as pani puri. In that we have a circular baked puri. In that we fill spicy water, mint, as well as some potato in it and to garnish we also add a coriander. Usually on street pani puri, the people of street don't use garnishing as much, but they do use things such as moog, or moog is to be called as legumes. I guess legumes. Sorry if I'm using the wrong word. And this is mutton ghost. You can see mutton ki sabji, mutton ghost. This is rabdi, this is chole. We go back, and this is to be called as naan. Naan is a type of bread, Indian bread. So we go further. This is to be called as Indian thali. As you can see, we have different favorites. We have dal, we have curry. This white thing you can call it at basundi. It's a type of Indian dessert. This is called salad. Different types of salad. This is called paneer ki bhaji. This is called roti, Indian bread. One more bhaji, chane ki bhaji, it is to be called as. This is dal, cucumber with some rice. That's nice. This is the same type of image. Every state of India has its own type of thali, because every state in India has its own type of culture and own type of food, and that's not an issue. Every food is yummy, unless it's veg for me, because I don't eat non-veg. Okay, so this is in specific. This is South Indian food, South Indian thali. They also have their own type of thali, but which is actually a long topic to talk about. But they usually serve on banana leaf, because they think it's they don't think, but it's for them, it's the historical thing that they use banana leaf instead of paper or steel based plates, because banana leaves are natural and it's actually healthy to eat on banana leaves. Yes, we have same sort of things, same thali, South Indian thali. You can pause and see it. And cricket is to be termed as one of the main games of India. Like Portugal and Spain has football as their main game, but in India, cricket has a huge fan base, and football is actually not much appreciated, but cricket has a huge fan base. And like USA has Bollywood, Hollywood as their entertainment industry, and in Hindi industry in India, in Hindi industry has Bollywood. So many, there are many woods in India, like Bollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood for India, Tollywood for Tamil, and South Indian entertainment movies. But Bollywood is to be termed uh, main as entertaining. And yes, this is one of the oldest city of the world, of the India. It is to be called as Varanasi, and these logs you see are these logs of people are those people who are actually burnt here, not alive, but after they dead, after they die, it's a ritual that in India, after an individual dies, it's by the ritual that an individual gets burned. But in Varanasi, people burn an individual after his death on river banks, because they think it's holy. It's holy by the mean. But you see the people in this boat, it is called as Ganga River. I'll share that info more in further video. These are the Indian spices: cloves, mustard, fenugreek, fennel, and cumin. It's one of the most famous spices in the world as well. You can pause the video and see it afterwards. In India, India is actually a growing economy, but in past, the trade of spices were actually termed as one of the spice trader back in 14th century, the one who used to supply spices and one who used to have farmlands and to grow spices, were actually termed as rich guys, because the Brits paid actually a huge amount of money to them. And Britons actually came in India in the name of trade, but they actually looted India in many ways and exploited India totally. It's still in poverty. Around 80 million people in India lives in slum. This is map of the world, and this is India. South, in the south of Asia, India. So in this side you can see the Sri Lanka. I can't zoom in more, sorry. We can see Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. This ocean is to be called as Indian Ocean, and this part is to be called as Bay of Bengal. Let's go further. So these are the last parts of India. On south we have Kanyakumari. On north we have Dhafar, or northwest Gohar Mota, and On this side, on the Assam side, we have Kibitu. These are the four last parts of India. This is the map. This is the neighbors: Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, China, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. China is a bad neighbor, China and Pakistan, But the thing with Nepal is that Nepal and India shares the same type of culture, same type of language, and same type of people. And Bhutan has a friendly relationship with India, whereas Bangladesh is also friendly but not religion wise. Myanmar is also friendly but not as good friend as Nepal. This is the geography of the country. As you can see, you can pause and see it later. I will explain it in next video surely, because in this video I'm in rush. This is the western part of India. I mean, the northwest part of India consists of Ladakh range. The Indus River is flowing throughout. You can see, you can pause and see Ravi River, BS River, Kashmir Valley. This is of Kashmir.